And so I got my shopping bag because we're in the Garden of Eden. Medicine's free. Just gotta look. Like, yeah, I might have certain plants here, but you might have certain plants in your area too. Just go online and look up medicine plants in my area. That's what I did to start out my journey, and wanting some family members and stuff, you know, told me about some plants. See, there's some more daisies. Eat them. Some plantain. You know, this little fella. Out here chilling. I'm gonna be doing some foraging in this video. Right here, here we got some greenbrier. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. It has the kind of round leaves. Like, at least for this one, I learned this off of Mike Reed's channel. But these little shoots, I'm pretty sure it shouldn't be poison ivy because it's not woody. And it has, you know, thorns on it. Because I know it does have that shininess to it. But these little green sprouts, I never actually really tried this. I took bites out of these leaves before just to try it. But this is the tender part. So you can just grab that. And you could cook this up too. They should be edible. You know, whatever happens, I guess is gonna happen. But it shouldn't be poison. Because it has the round leaves. It tastes pretty good, actually. So you can eat a trailside snack. But this is only during like the spring and, or well, I guess whenever they get a new shoot, because see, here's some more. And that part easily breaks off. Yeah, it was still recording. I thought I accidentally hit the button. I've always wanted to try this stuff. Like I said, I took in bites out of this stuff before, just randomly walking around, just biting the leaves just to see what it does to me. I think you could also fry these things up. It's actually a bunch of it though. That's actually pretty cool for once I actually get to try this stuff. Well, little Ansel in there, he's enjoying it. Heading to the top. Come on. Alright, I'll tune you back in when I get some more plants. And this one here is self-explanatory. It's just a raspberry bush. I forget, I'm pretty sure this is a blackberry bush because I've been in this area plenty of times. But of course they're not developed yet. But with any raspberry plant, you can use the leaves for a tea, or you could smoke them if you wanted to. You can dry them out. Apparently you can take, I think it's only black raspberry bushes that if you take the roots and make a tea out of it, it can help you with I think it will constipate you, like not like in a bad way, but like if you got the runs and stuff and you need something to jelly you up, you get the roots and make a tea out of it. I know a lot of raspberry plants are more beneficial to women with, you know, that time of the month and stuff like that. I normally don't mess with raspberry plants too, but it doesn't matter. Like, a guy could have the tea and stuff too. You might, if you have a yard or even in the park or something, you might see these little things. They're called snake berries, or false strawberries. When you're growing up, your parents always tell you that, oh, they're poisonous, but they're not. And in a way, they're not really necessarily edible either. But they are. Like, I mean, you can eat them. They're just water, though. It doesn't do anything. It just gives you some water. I have my old job out walking around. Get a little bit of hydration. At some of the spots where I camp at, these things kind of grow. And if you have oatmeal with you, stick them in the oatmeal. Gives it a little bit of a flavor. Here we got an old mullein shoot. In the second, or well, I guess the third year dead. Normally there is a bunch of mullein up here, but mullein does grow in 2-year cycles. In some years it just doesn't come in as thick. Another one. Yeah, back in the day they would use these for torches and stuff. You could stick it in animal fat, or if you have wax, stick it in there and light it up. People use them as like a dowel rod for a bow drill. And there's a couple plants of mullein around here. I got some in there. Try to get restocked up. I did take one with the whole root, and it actually is a pretty nice root. And cut that up and dry it out. Use it for a strong tea. It's good for sickness and bronchitis is what I use it for. I dry it out and smoke it, not the root, but this. Mike Reed says, even though this is up on the ground, so I wouldn't trust it, but sometimes the plants will be standing with dead leaves, and he says you could just use these leaves right off the plant, which I guess you could if you really wanted to, but it's just like they look kind of moldy and stuff, but these ones, they're all dirty. And apparently the Native Americans would give the root to babies for a pacifier too. But yeah, these leaves, you can dry them out, you can smoke them. It'll heal up your coughing real quick. And use it to wipe your ass because it's soft. Even though I really, if you're desperate, you could use, there's other things you could use before that. But this is a pretty good general plant. Like, this plant like saved my life. You don't need a inhaler and stuff. You know, if you got this stuff, and it grows everywhere. It probably grows, if you have a yard, it grows right in your yard. I'm doing this all one-handed now. And we do got some daisies here. You know, these are full of vitamins and stuff. You can eat them. Like, I guess if you wanted to, you could eat the whole thing, but I just munch on the petals. I think that's about it in this area for right now. And here's some more plants that probably grow in your yard and well, in the city streets too. And we already went over the snakeberry. They are pretty good. But it's just a slight strawberry taste. Let me show you, this is plantain. You can eat this too. I'll take a bite of it, why not? You can use it in salad and stuff. I'm getting all filled up on plants. I ate before coming out in the woods for one, so it's kind of old, a little tough. I don't know. Oh, it has its veins in it. But you can use this stuff on wounds and stuff. Break it up, make it into a poultice. Rub it right on. Just the same thing with the mullein too that I forgot to go over. You can use that as gauze. Wrap it on your feet. I mean, I've done that before. If if your foot's kind of hurting. But that plantain works pretty good. You can even use it for poison ivy and stuff, bug bites. Rub it right on there. And it grows all over the place. It grows in your yard. You can make a tea out of it. You know, once again, like all these plants have, more than likely, I don't know if it has exactly vitamin C in it, but they normally have all kinds of vitamins in it. And here's a plant I've been using a lot lately. I didn't know if I was gonna see any along the trail or not, but it normally does grow up in the mountains, particularly because this one is only like in the northeast US. It's called a sweet fern, but it's not a fern. I passed this plant for years, always wondering what it was, because it has you can smell it. It has a real nice smell. But you can rub this on your skin to keep mosquitoes away. Once again, rub it on wounds. That's what I've been doing. I've been rubbing it on my skin just to test it out, before making this video, just to at least try it out some. And it does work. Like, of course, bugs are still going to fly around you, and mosquitoes, but they won't land on you as much, because then once they get near you and they smell that, they're like, oh crap. But you can make a tea out of that. They say it's kind of like, I guess, close to a bay leaf. Because you can dry it out, and if you're out cooking in the woods, you can grab some of that and throw it in there, I guess, for a bay leaf effect. And you can throw it on a fire, the same, with the green foliage, to smoke out bugs and stuff. But that stuff, it actually has a smell to it, so it really keeps them away. But it does work. Oh, and you can also chew on it. I should have did that on camera, but I've chewed on it, stuck it in my mouth just to try it out, and it actually will get rid of mouth pain and stuff, it seems like. Which it's been a while since I did. Anyway, when I look up stuff on it about it, because I swear I've seen someone say something about that can help you with mouth sores and like ulcers and stuff. But when you look it up online, it doesn't really pop up. I tried and it felt pretty good. I get it, freshen your breath too. Here's more of the sweet fern. You can see it. It kind of has a fern-like shape to it. It's all, you know, woody. But you'll smell it. It does it for years. I passed it and I finally figured out what the name of it to look it up. Because it always smelled good and I was like, I know it has to have some kind of use to it. Oh, apparently too, because I did in some of the research, you know, there's other teas too, but apparently in the Revolution, they use sweet fern. It has like a patriot tea to, you know, against the Tea Act. Here's one of these things. I've seen pictures of these online when doing research of this stuff, and I think these are edible. I guess it's like a new shoot. It's pretty strong in flavor. No. I did gather a little bit of this, and I have it at home, drying out in the rack. Kind of tastes like freaking, like the smell of that like a men's shampoo type stuff. Got more daisies. Thought there ain't no dandelion. Here we have some rabbit tobacco, or sweet everlasting, which technically, I guess, if you really wanted to, you could pull that off of there and smoke it now. Which I've smoked this stuff before. And this is kind of like mullein in a way too, where it helps with asthma and bronchitis and all that. But mullein works better though. We smashed this, and it smells like waffles, maple syrup. It smells like it comes on later in the season though. This is just the dead stuff, but it'll last. That's why it's called sweet everlasting. We got some blueberries coming on already. They might not be ready though. That's sweet everlasting, and yeah, the blueberries too. I guess it's only on the East Coast. Here's some wild catnip. This grows. I don't know if it grows all over the place, but I think it would. It is a mint. See this? That's all out of focus. Well, that one's starting to get its flower. Well, it's a mint. It has square stems. You smash it up. It doesn't smell like a typical mint. It kind of, like, it smells good, but it doesn't smell great either. But you can make a tea out of that. Oh, I just don't want to focus. Too close. But you can make a tea out of this. I really don't know what it's good for. I guess it's just a tea. Make you feel good. You could smoke it too if you wanted to. I never smoked it. But I have made a tea from it. I didn't realize it was catnip. I was just picking it. And I knew it was some kind of mint because it has square stem and all that, and the heart shaped. Yeah, these things get tall, little flower pods on them. Get me some more mullein down in there. Likes the loose soil, loose ground, fresh ground. Oh, there's even worse over there. And here's a thistle. And there's a bee getting all up in it. He's like, oh yeah, let me in there. They have some, I never used them, but they have some uses too. I guess for pain or something like that, because like people, because it's covered in thorns, so that's telling you it's like, oh, I'm in pain. Here's some Indian pipe, or I guess ghost pipe plant, something like that. I think in my area though, it's protected. It's kind of related, it's like a mushroom and a plant. The problem with this stuff is when you pick it, it rots right away. So you'd have to have a jar of alcohol with you to make a tincture like right away whenever you pick it. It's like good for pain and I guess anxiety too, but like there's other plants that you can use. Like right here, even though this is specifically in my area, I'm not sure about the Indian pipe, but I'm pretty sure that's probably just in the Northeast too. Well, this is tea berry. Here, should we? Yeah, it's tea berry. Wintergreen. They don't have the little red berries on it right now, but that's a natural aspirin right there, and it's kind of good for sicknesses too. That's why I think this is good for flu and stuff. I just happen to be walking by and seeing some of it, but I never, like I say, I'm pretty sure it's protected. I see other people online pick it and stuff, but it's like I was never a fan of it, and it rots right away. It doesn't stick around very long. It is cool looking though. I'm pretty sure it's ghost pipe or Indian pipe, something like that. And here's some chicken of the woods. It's not very big. There's no other mushroom that looks like this, even though it might look different than this when it's bigger. But it's a bright orange mushroom. There's nothing else that grows, and it grows on dead trees. A shelf mushroom. You just take a knife, and you don't want to pull it off. You want to cut it and leave it on there so it grows back. A couple weeks ago, I was walking around in the woods and I came across a patch of this stuff, and it actually saved me from going to the store for an extra day, because I just took it home and made a stir fry out of it with other stuff I had laying around the house. It tastes like chicken. It's pretty good. Chicken of the woods.